Velez with a couple of jerks here. Get ready to weld the diff on my E46 BMW drift car. And I'm also going to be installing a 3.4 diff. I picked one of those up off of an automatic there. The automatic BMWs have a 3.4 and the manuals have, I think it's a 2.9. I'll make it more clear later. But either way, it's going to make the car feel like it's got a little more nut and it's not going to fall off at the end of the gears. So let's begin! Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to remove this big aluminum brace thing here. I don't know what it's called, and I'm not even sure if that's the first thing you're supposed to do. But that's the first thing I'm going to do because, I don't know, that's what I think should be done. So here I go. There's a 18 mil here, and then there's two 13 mils in there, and I'll get the cam in there a little bit just to show you. Got these two 13 mils here, one on each side. I'm going to take those out next. Always wear safety glasses because shit is just falling in my face. Okay, first thing I want to do is take off this drive shaft bolt here before you start taking out the axles, so that way if you can't torque them off, somebody can hold the brake for you. I got a buddy in there holding the brake right now, so let me just... Alright, let go. Yeah, doesn't it? Alright, you're all set. Thanks, man. That I'm gonna remove these axles because this thing's a fucking stupid fucking kraut machine. You need this special fucking socket. You see this bad boy here? It's like a little star socket. It's like a reverse Torx or whatever. I definitely recommend getting this thing. You can remove these with like a 10 or 12 mil like 6-point, but they will get fucked up eventually as you keep taking them off on and off. And so definitely get these. They're pretty cheap. You can probably pick them up on eBay for like, I don't know, like a whole set for like 40 bucks or something like that. Definitely worth having if you're gonna keep driving around with these kraut mobiles. Loosen them all by hand. I'm gonna blast them all off with this thing because that fucking sucks. Normally, I put a little spray paint mark here, as you can see I've done in the past. So when I remove this axle, I know to put it back in the exact same spot it was. I don't know. People just say to do that. I'm not really sure why. Maybe something with the balance or something like that, or that it wears in a certain way. But it doesn't really matter this time because we're going to be replacing this entire diff with a whole other diff. So, this bad boy is out. Alright, I'm going to blast out the other side, and then we'll move on to the next part. What we want to do is we want to take off this big fuck cloud bolt on the back of this thing. I like to do this one first before those ones because then you can leave the bolt in there and it kind of just hangs in place. You can pull it out afterwards. Alright, let's see if I got the strength to do this shit. There's your big ass nut right there. I'm going to leave that in there so that we can remove the front bolts here and it won't drop on my face. Next you want to get these beasters here. Okay, so I tried to be cool and get this thing out without taking the rear sway bar off because I swear to God I've done it before. But I couldn't fucking do it. It was a huge pain in the ass. Here's a quick clip of me struggling very intensely. So anyways, I'm disconnecting the two pieces for the sway bar there, and hopefully that'll make it a lot easier to get this thing out. To get those off, you gotta take these little nuts off here. Now, I've already replaced those because those are the old ones were all rusted and fucked up, so you can see there's some new ones on there. I'm gonna unscrew those and we'll see what happens after that. Hopefully I can get it out. Use this thing on my van. These fucking cops, I did a bunch of stupid mooning shit, and then afterwards these cops like rolled up slowly past the car. Oh Lord, oh God, oh Jesus. That wasn't so bad, I guess. So you're probably wondering why I'm going to go ahead and swap my diff out with another diff, even though I already have a perfectly good welded diff right here. And the reason is, this one right here that came out of the car is from a manual E46, and this one's from an automatic E46. Now what they say is that the manual comes with a 2.9-ish gear ratio, and the automatic comes with a 3.4. So this is going to be prevent the car from like falling off a little bit. Like in second gear around a corner, the car would tend to feel, even though it's got a big beefy V8 in it, it would feel like it was kind of like falling off, and then you wanted to like slam it into first. And I think by putting this 3.4 in there, it's going to have a little more pep on that low end there. And I'm going to make sure that these are actually right. I mean, I did check them before, but I'll check them on the camera. So this being a 2.9, this has to go around 2.9 times before this goes around once. I put a little tape there to mark it. And this being a 3.4, it needs to go around 3.4 times before this goes around once, because it's 2.9 to 1, 3.4 to 1. So we're going to go ahead and experiment. We got the tape there. You got 1. 2. 2.9 is basically about 3. So there you go, there's your 2.9-ish there, and you can see that it's made its way all the way back around, and that's 2.9 to 1. And we got 3.4. This isn't welded yet, and it is open on the inside, but as long as you turn it without stopping one of these other ends, it'll turn evenly. So we're gonna go ahead and do this one too. So here's 1, 2, 3, and then 0.4 is probably about there-ish. So yeah, actually 3.5-ish, yeah. So 3.4, probably like 7 or 8 or something like that. I'll put the numbers on there. You see about 3.4, almost 3.5. It finally spins its way back around and makes it up. So this is going to make my car feel a lot more powerful, and it's going to reduce my highway gearing, but I don't really drive this thing around a lot. Ever since I did the angle kit, it kind of sucks on the street. So we're going to weld this bad boy up and shove it in there, and my car's going to feel like it's got a lot more nut. Okay, so I've removed the cover of this diff here. Now I'm going to blast it with a little bit of this brake clean to clean it out. You really got to clean the shit out of this thing. Make sure it's not all oily. Okay, this is the part where we light this thing on fire. Always make sure you use non-chlorinated. Where the fuck does it say that? Non-chlorinated brake clean, otherwise it's toxic. I try not to breathe the shit anyway, but just for the fuck of it, definitely don't inhale and don't do any of that shit. So I'm getting ready to weld this thing back together, and your boys over there at Skidmark's garage, I saw them do this. They put a little plate in there to when they were welding it. So I got a little piece of cardboard here that like fits pretty well in there. So we got that going on there. So they weld a little plate in there, and I think that's a really like awesome way to do it. So I'm gonna totally steal their whole thing, and I'm gonna do the same thing. I made that little cardboard template, and now I'm gonna cut one out of steel. Perfect. Check that thing out. Just gotta make one more of those, and it's time to weld that bad boy in. Okay, I'm all prepped up to weld. I'm gonna tack this thing in first so I can torch the shit out of it and maybe light it on fire one more time. But I got the plate in, I got my light, I got everything all set up, I got my mask, my welder ready. One thing I like to do when I'm welding a diff is I like to put a big piece of tinfoil over the ring gear. A lot of times that little schleg will splash off there and stick to the ring gear, and as you're trying to re-spin it, you'll feel a little bit of resistance, and you gotta chip that little shit off. The tinfoil is great because it won't light on fire, and since it's aluminum, the metal won't stick to it, so it'll just flake right off. And then it folds over the thing too, so you don't have to like tape it on or like fold it on or anything. It'll just kind of conform to the right shape. So there's a little tip for you if you want to do a weld on a diff there. But anyways, about to start welding this thing up. Alright, you see I got the pieces all tacked in there. Now I'm about to torch the shit out of this thing and then weld that whole thing together. Well, there you go. There's your weld diff. The whole thing moves as one now. So I'm trying to hold the cam and the flashlight and move this thing around, but see, I got the plate in there nice and good. I'd spin it around to the other side, but I'm way more ashamed of how the other side came out. But this is decent. This will definitely hold. And I'm going to clean this thing out, put the back plate on, and then move on. Alright, so I basically left this thing overnight with the gasket there. You can see it's all solid and dry now. And I filled it up with one of those bottles of generic crap here. So, and that smells disgusting. So I think it's ready to go. Everything seems to be rotating good. And I'm going to throw this son of a bitch back in and see what happens. Alright, putting the drive shaft back on. I don't know if there's a specific order to do this, but this is just the way I'm doing it, so. Why did he have it apart, or has he already had it apart or something? Or? If it's never been apart, man, I wouldn't do it. Next thing you want to do, obviously, is put these motherfuckers back in. Alright, time to torque these bad boys in. Always use a torque wrench. It says 61 foot-pounds for these here and those over there. So that's what I'm going to do. You can definitely use a brake or something to do that, to get those on there, but I like to use the new guy. I'm just holding my wheel. I'm going to torque all the rest of these bad boys up, and then I'll do the drive shaft after. Alright, now we're going to want to torque these to spec right here. Same torque setting as the other ones. Got it. One. He's back in. Subframe turbo jig here. It's kind of a pain in the ass to get this guy out, so see how sucky this is. Yeah, do it. You step on this plate. Oh, there we go. Ah, yeah, we got it. See, it always helps to have great friends with you. Remember to torque this bad boy right here to 57. Torque these bad boys right here to 15. Totally forgot to torque those bad boys down, so I just cranked down them real hard with a wrench. Don't do that stuff, actually do it the right way. This meaty bastard right here is 128 foot-pounds. But I don't have a torque wrench that goes that high that could actually fit in here. So I'm just gonna fucking crank the shit out of it with a breaker bar. Well, I got the diff installed and welded up, and then me and new guy went fucking around there, and I realized I didn't film shit. So let's just make sure this thing still works. I'm gonna do a quick little burnout here, and hopefully all is good. My friends, that's a welded diff and an E46 E46 and I upped it to the 3.4 gear ratio. It feels real peppy now, man. This thing definitely has, it feels like I gained like 50 fucking horsepower. It's fucking amazing. So went pretty good, and in case you ever want to do it, that's how you do it.